The purpose of the weekly review section is to provide you feedback about how successful you were performing your planned activities and help you evaluate your goal performance. The review process has several steps. Please use the tabs or navigation buttons to view each step. In the first step, your planned activities are listed and colored according to completeness. Green means complete. You completed that activity. Red means incomplete. The activity was planned but not performed. Brown means that you added a journal entry that we could not match to a planned activity. Perhaps it was beyond the scheduled time of a planned activity. Please check whether your journal data is up to date. Perhaps you forgot to record data. If some data is missing, please use the icon to update the red highlighted activity. This data is the basis for the feedback in the following steps. If you like, you can view one type of colored category by selecting the filter, such as your incomplete entries. Activities marked as incomplete may be completed by inserting the missing data using the corresponding Add icons. In step 2 of the weekly review, all your journal entries are listed. Journal entries are your personal observations that you have recorded. These are used to measure your progress and provide you with feedback. A planned activity is complete when you have recorded the corresponding journal entry. As part of the weekly review process, you should check whether you have recorded your planned activities. If some entries are missing, you can add or update them by selecting the appropriate icon, or go back to step 1 to see clearly what is missing. To allow your doctor to view your results, be sure to use the consent editor, because your data is not shared until you give consent. In step 3 of the weekly review, you are provided with your performance feedback, indicating how successful you were to complete your planned activities. The column entitled Performance describes your performance in percent and states the number of your completed activities and the number of your planned activities. The column entitled Tips lists some tips to improve your performance. To get a quick overview of your personal progress, the journal entries for your blood pressure, blood glucose, and body weight are shown. In this step of the weekly review, your progress toward your goals is measured over the specific time period. Your planned activities should have been associated with your personal goals. A personal goal, of course, can be associated to one or more activity. Consequently, your progress toward a goal is evaluated according to the completeness of your activity plan for a specified time period. The column Performance describes the performance in percent and indicates the number of completed activities that are related to your associated goal. Please note that the weekly feedback is to help you plan your goals more realistically and make them more achievable. You might realize that a goal was too ambitious. For example, performing a sport activity 5 times a week might not be realistic right now. In such cases, you might break down your goal into smaller parts, or even reschedule the activity to make it more achievable during the week. But please be sure to contact your treating physician, especially for medical activities such as taking medications. To finalize the weekly review process, you can continue on to plan your activities for the upcoming week. Be sure to update your personal goals as needed to align them with your planned activities. There are different types of charts for visualizing your journal entries over time to help you evaluate your personal progress. To display a chart, it's necessary to select the chart menu and then choose the type of chart and the desired time range. Charts for blood glucose, blood pressure, and body mass index can also display your target or goal values that you can set in your user settings. Note that your results are usually drawn as lines, although mental parameters, such as stress or mood, or even physical activity results, are drawn as bars. There are patient information materials that provide additional information with respect to diabetes and its implications. Information is categorized in the pull-down menus. The user can also find materials using the search box or tag cloud.